I see we're having some lag problems right now, like we usually do. But probably how actually I think is okay. Wow, within a little over 30 seconds, the lag goes away. That's kind of neat. The lag's gone now, so let's see if anyone comes on right now, because I'm gonna be on for a little bit. Since it's Friday, we had some pretty good stuff today happened. I did some stuff, and I'm waiting for people to get on. Yeah, okay. So yeah, I mean, we actually are doing pretty good now. Yeah, we are not going to talk about much about anything until someone actually comes on here. We'll get some stuff working in a bit. Why do I have two rulers in here? Huh? I don't know what I have two rulers for. What the heck is... Okay, good. Okay, good. Looks like we have some mechanic. What the heck is this? Blah, 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 blah. Learn crap I don't care about. I think I'm still in the air, am I? Streaming blah 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 blah. Crap I don't care about. Okay. Blah 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 blah. Yes. Okay. Blah 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 blah. Care I don't care about. And there we go. I don't care what that does. I don't want just. Okay, I don't care about that either. The new crap YouTube's been putting on here. It's been screwing over. I heard some other YouTubers are probably this YouTube crap. But I didn't know I was using that. Oh, I didn't know I had. Wait, I'm using one of those. I didn't know that. Okay. Oh, so I do have one of those. Oh, so I'm using one of those things. Okay, I didn't know that. Not much. Just waiting for you to come on. It's good to see ya. Nothing. I was doing some research today, and I was so big. My friends were decided to do some stuff, and a friend of mine wanted to start his own thing up with something, and I told him, okay, he wants to start a movie studio, so I told him, okay, he wants someone, he will do all the filming, he just wants someone to upload it from. Oh, it's all right. I mean, I've been busy lately doing stuff, so I haven't been able to, do live videos for a while because I've been busy or tired, and yeah, tell me something we have now. But I've been busy too lately. I mean, yeah, well, I'm telling you. I mean, you're like 3 hours behind me, so or you're right now it's like 6 o'clock or something like that. Here it's 9:44 p.m. Eastern time. Yeah, because you're like 3 hours behind me, which I understand. There's one state. I mean, I was talking to a friend of mine who just like does videos on time zones. He said there's one country that doesn't do its time zone, doesn't do no time zones right. And if you're working, and this place is, I mean, some of the videos I do, I know are funny. Some of our equipment, we have got some equipment I'm still learning how to use. Some of our stuff we do, yeah. Well, I do what I can get whatever I do, I do what I can do. But yeah, some stuff I do is weird, but some of the stuff I do is pretty good. I know I haven't done a live stream lately at the diner lately because I haven't been at the diner lately. Yeah, I know. Actually, when I first started doing some new videos of the year, I have been having problems lately. Lately, the problem that's been happening is that I've been keeping up in 2018 in the videos. It's 2019. I know, it's 2019, and it's all screwy. I just can't wait until next week. Next week, I've got some fun stuff happening next week. Next week, I have to do something I cannot believe I actually agreed to do. I will be doing something fun, and something that involves me running around like a goofball. I promised my friend I would do something. I would play basketball with him next week, which I can't wait to do because I'm a goofball. I mean, I like basketball. I mean, I prefer doing basketball than doing anything else. I mean, basketball's a lot better than some other sports you can think of. I mean, I prefer doing basketball instead of doing that soccer stuff. I mean, soccer's not that bad. I mean, actually, I was reading there's this guy in a wheelchair. There's this new version of soccer for wheelchair people and I'm trying to figure. Yeah, well, I don't play football. No offense. I like football. I'm going to figure out who's going to be on the Super Bowl this year, okay? But a friend told me, I was trying to figure out how can these guys play soccer in wheelchairs? I'm not trying to be rude or nothing. And then I found out that this guy made something like a snow plow or something like a plow. I don't know what you actually call it for people that are in wheelchairs. They use this thing called some kind of bar or something they use for the ball moving smoothly through, which I thought was pretty interesting and pretty neat to hear that, though. But the thing is, how do they get a goal? That's my question. But I mean, it's pretty interesting to find that out. I mean, I just cannot believe that. I mean, I play basketball still because it's fun. I mean, I wouldn't mind doing. I mean, football seemed a little dangerous, and you gotta think, you lose the championship or you lose something like that, you get skinned. And trust me, fairly good. I mean, where I do basketball, this team I go to, we have 3 teams. They have 2 boys teams, which I'm part of the boys teams, and then they have a girls team. We're one of the few teams in the state that has 3 teams. 2 boys, 1 girls team. I mean, some teams have 2. Some teams actually have 2 teams, but we're actually lucky. We're the one lucky ones. We have 3 teams. And the thing is, though, I'm going to be going to where am I going to this year? This year, last year, the year before that was this year. Past 2 years was Ed. It was Ed. Last year and this year was last year and the year before that was Cass. Oh, I wanted to. This week's DeWater. Wait. Oh, DeWater. DeWater? Where the heck's that at? Oh, that's what it is. Yeah, not that good, but just for fun. Besides, this is just for. I mean, oh, by the way, I got something to tell you though. Have you ever seen? Have you ever seen my Sky High movie video? Well, that Sky High Glass Elevator video. Good news. A new one will be coming out soon. A new Sky High video will be coming out at the end of the month. At the end of the month, we will have some scheduling problems. But at the end of the month, decent. I mean, 30s. Actually, today's been the 20s and 30s all day, mostly the 20s. About 20s. We got snow on the ground. We still got a little snow from the other day, but not much. But, it's not as bad as it could be. It could be a lot worse. Some things have changed over the year. Someone lost a bet. I got money out of him. But I got bankrupt when they found how much money he actually was going to give me. It was like 2 cents. One thing. Do not bet a Polish guy. Don't bet guys from Poland. Okay? Do not bet no one from Poland. Zloty's worthless in the U.S. I can tell you right now. I found out the hard way. I bet someone... Wow. I'll go to Vegas, put shorts on, and I'll put shorts on and put sandals on. You guys think I'll be nuts if I did that. Actually, you gotta think, going to 65 is like a summer day for us. I mean, because a friend of mine went to Florida. He told me it was like 65 degrees outside, and he was wearing he got arrested by the police. And they took him to a doctor to get his brain checked out, see what's wrong with him. I'm not kidding. They actually did that. And my cousin, Big Al, he's a little out of it, but he's not completely nuts. He's a little more nutty than I am, but he's not completely nuts. And he knows what he's doing. He's not from Michigan. He's from Indiana, but he's around this. He's not far from this Indian area. And trust me, anyone from Michigan or Indiana or anywhere around this area where we live, you wear sandals 65 degrees plus temperatures. That's typical for you guys. I mean, if you live in Wisconsin, you're like us. I mean, because there's rumors that Wisconsin gets down to negative 60 sometimes. I mean, Wisconsin, they get pretty cold. They get down to negative 60 degrees Fahrenheit. I know. I mean, yeah, I know. But some places get so cold that I'm not kidding. I mean, people think Alaska's cold, but wait, was it Wisconsin or Minnesota? It was Wisconsin or Minnesota. It gets down to negative 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, that's quite cold. I mean, this is what I mean. This is what I mean. That's what the temperature is there in Wisconsin sometimes. It drops down. That's what the temperature in winter is. That. Actually, Alaska's a lot warmer, which I don't understand how that could be. I mean, the thing is, though, they say if you live in Michigan, I don't understand how that could happen, but a friend told me that Yeah, I heard that too. Someone told me that if you lived in Michigan, you can survive Alaska. I don't think you can because here it gets cold. One time I went to the library in negative 12 degrees Fahrenheit weather, which surprising. Negative 12 is cold. Okay, but they're saying. This is what you have to make sure though. Anything below 0 degrees Fahrenheit is dangerous. Okay, if you have exposed skin, you can get frostbite pretty fast. I mean, I'm not kidding. When it gets below 0 degrees Fahrenheit here, you actually have to be careful what you do. I'm not kidding because the wind chills are scarier. It's weird though. One time it was negative 12 degrees here, and I went to do something, and where I used to live, we had a waterfall, and the waterfall was still flowing, which I think is weird because it was covered in ice. Which, I don't ice. I do fish, but I don't ice fish. Okay, I don't like ice fishing. Have I tried it before? Nah, I actually have tried ice fishing before. I don't like it. Besides, I didn't actually ice fish. I cheated. During the summertime, I go to this lake during the summertime I used to go to. Before it started getting real cold out, last fall we had, I was able to. I put my feet in the water. It was freezing, but it wasn't frozen yet. I went out up to my knees in ice, up to the water to my knees. Put a rod. I had one of those orange parking things. First, I asked the city if it's all right if I could do that. They said, sure, do what you want to do. Still get in the ground deep so I know it wouldn't flow away. It stayed there. Here, average temperature between this. This is that's actually average Michigan temperature. Okay, that's what Michigan temperatures usually are. Between 65 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Anything over 85 is considered dangerous. 85 degrees plus. Anything over 85. What? If it's over 85 degrees Fahrenheit, a heat warning gets issued. I'm not kidding, it does. Because in Michigan, anything over 85 degrees is technically, for us, dangerous. Anything over 85 degrees is sometimes it. I could not. Besides you're different, okay? You have a different. The thing is, though, people don't understand is though, it's the humidity, okay? Like the desert has it's kind of like a barometer, okay? It's kind of like a barometer, and people say that it varies where you live. Like where you live, it's the heat, the altitude. For example, where you live, it's the heat, and the barometer makes sure. The heat, the altitude, and a barometer or something makes up your atmosphere, makes it easy to breathe where you live. But anything over 85 here, you can't breathe. It's impossible to bring. Anything over 85 degrees is considered dangerous here. Back in 2012, we were reaching 95 degrees Fahrenheit. Back in 2012 or was it 2013, we were reaching triple digits. I would not. Why? You want to do the earthquakes? No offense, but I think you should. I would want to stay in Michigan. Okay. The thing is though. Yeah, well, I wouldn't mind going to San Diego to see a trolley car. Actually, we have some like San Diego here in Michigan. We do. Actually, I always want to go to San Diego. Now, I went to this place that was just like San Diego, and I changed my mind. I don't want to go to San Diego. No offense. Too many hills. I went to Mackinac Island, Michigan a few years ago, and they have hills. Dang, those hills are steep. I feel sorry for the horses. mean, basic horseshoes metal. Okay, the county I live in is half the county I live in is Amish. The whole phone book, how you check the phone book has Yoder in it, but I'm not kidding. I moved into Mackinac Island, okay, and that has some of the best fudge in the world. You should move here to Michigan because Michigan or Indiana. We got lots of. Michigan, Indiana is a good place to live. These are the only thing you have to do is get used to. Trust me. We have relatives that actually live in Arizona. Actually, I had a teacher. We had a teacher that lived in Arizona, moved to Michigan. He would not. He was surprised how the weather was. After a while, he got. Took about a month to get used to the temperature here. But actually, Michigan's pretty good. Best part about Michigan is people don't understand though is you live in the desert. You can actually get. More people get hurt every year from. More people every year die in the desert, actually, which I think is pretty weird. Okay, there was this thing. It was done. There was a journal done that more people die in Death Valley than people freeze. This is what I thought was pretty neat, though. Okay, there was a study done by a university in England. They did a test, okay, for us that more people die in Death Valley every year than people freeze in Michigan. Not Michigan, but Siberia, which I thought was pretty interesting. Well, Death Valley, 135 degrees Fahrenheit, which is weird because it's below sea level. But 135 degrees Fahrenheit. A thermometer doesn't even go that high. Your basic outdoor thermometer only goes up to what? Like 120. Anything over 120, the thermometer can't do it. Anything over 120, the thermometer will break. Australia got real hot, over 50 degrees centigrade, which is about 120 degrees Fahrenheit, which that's real hot. South Bend for about 2 weeks, and I left. Then I went back to Michigan. No, mostly lived in Michigan my whole life. Mostly lived in Michigan and South Bend my whole life. Lived mostly in Michigan. I mostly lived in Michigan my whole life. 2 weeks in South Bend because where we were living was getting fumigated or something. Well, I was only living in South Bend for 2 weeks because our apartment was getting. We didn't. We didn't actually live there. We were borrowing it from a friend. Our apartment had to get repaired. Our apartment was getting. We had a building. Our apartment we were living in was getting some stuff done to it. So we asked a friend of ours had a place that we could owned a place where we could stay for a couple of weeks. And it was during the summertime, so we were there for 2 weeks because of our apartment was getting worked on. So we were able to stay at our friend's house for 2 weeks. Then we went back into our house we had. And then the thing is, I actually haven't moved much, actually. It's weird. I lived in Niles, Michigan, Buchanan, Michigan, then Magic City, Michigan, then here in Three Rivers. That's about all I did. Yeah, but there's one thing. It was confusing, okay, about living in South Bend. Okay, South Bend is real close to a university. The University of Notre Dame is right next to the University of Notre Dame is actually in South Bend, Indiana. Okay, hey baby. But there is something you need to know though. Okay, in Michigan, there is something that we do here that you don't do in Nevada. I don't think. There's a 10-cent deposit on every single bottle you buy, or anything you buy. It's soda based. You don't even have to pay a deposit on it. Some things like lemonade and some other things that we drink around here, you don't pay a deposit on, but a lot of the stuff here you pay attention to deposit. Actually, with everyone else, I'll tell you one thing though. What New England's been doing lately is been crazy. Okay, what New England's been doing recently has been crazy lately with all the people jack the soda prices to like extreme prices. It's just terrible. I mean, there's a plant in Pittsburgh that makes soda. They lay off a chunk of their people. No, I'm not married. No, I'm not married. I have no kids. The only close to kids I have is my cousin. I once in a while take care of, and that's about it. Once in a while I take care of my cousin, and that's about all I do. But, man, I'm kind of glad I'm not married right now. It's weird, though. My cousin, who's actually younger than me by 2 years, he's already has 2 kids already, and he's already married. My first love, she was married already, already has 2 kids, and already got divorced and got married again, which I'm surprised. And I heard from this person over 15. I heard from this person, and I heard from this person like over 15 years. I know. Wow. Yeah, and actually, I ran into someone I haven't seen in a while either. Back in 4th grade, I knew this person. And then, funny thing is, though, then after 4th grade, I moved up to this Magic City, where in 7th grade came around. She moved up there, and I've seen this person 3 years saying, "Do I know you?" I said, "I don't know." She said, "Star." I think, "Oh, no, you're not." And she said, "Yes." And I think, wait, it was like 3 years. The thing is, though, in 2012, that thing that means Star shut down. The thing is, though, I've been at a game at that school, and I don't think we can do that game. I don't think kids can do that game anymore because I think it's against the rules. But we used to do a game, and the thing was, though, I could not believe that game actually catched on because of me. Thing was, though, that's oldies, country, rock and roll. Not the heavy stuff, but, rock and roll. I mean, a little of this, a little of that. Strange stuff. I mean, a little of this, a little of that. But I'm into everything but not rap and hip-hop because that stuff's a little, but I, mostly oldies, vinyl. I mean, I love records. I like the way they sound, I like the way they smell. I mean, I listen to a little everything. I mean, you think of it, I might listen to it. There actually is like 2 rap songs that I will listen to. One is Payphone, and one is something from Eminem, Toy Soldier or something. I'm not sure. But I mostly prefer the stuff that's clean and safe. Because I actually, before I did YouTube, not really me either. I only like a couple of their songs. I like a couple of the Beatles songs, really. But I'm into a little of this, a little of that. I mean, you think of it, I'm into it, maybe. But Beatles are alright, but I still can't believe this. There's some things that I do not think. There was one song I like. The Beatles didn't sing it first. Simone sung it first. Then they sung it. Actually, I did some digging around. For example, Mary Children. When I was looking for that song, I found it. I found that song. Him. I actually know who sings it. Oh, Journey, Queen. Oh, yeah, they're good. Oh, they're good song. Oh, I like Journey. Queen's pretty good. Oh, Queen's real good. But I did find Al's song. Mary Children. When I was looking for that song, him. I found the song, and actually, the Beatles do sing it. But Beatles weren't the first people to sing it, though. Okay, it was actually Arthur Alexander. Okay, he sung the very first version of the song that I was looking for. It's called Anna. I'll tell you about her. Arthur Alexander. And then the Beatles copied it, but yeah. Yeah, I found Al's song. Yeah, it's called Anna. Anna by Arthur Alexander. I actually found the song. Took a couple months to find it, but I have found the song. Actually, I did find the song, and I actually own the song. Not the Beatles version, but the Arthur Alexander version. I don't think YouTube's going to squill me that much, but How? Dang, that hurts. It's decent. It's like a love song. It's kind of like a love song. Going back, yeah. Sorry, my knee. Once in a while, my knees start. What? Wait, it's weird. Using my right knee locks it, not my left one. That's different. Using my right knee looks up, but that's odd for my right knee to lock up. That's odd. But this and that. I'll get the song up right now. Let's get I've got saved on here. But yeah, that's not bad. It's an alright. It's an alright song. I wouldn't. Actually, It's alright. It's an alright song, but I'll tell you one thing. It's a lot better than some of the other crap they put on these. That song's a lot better than some of the other crap they put on here. Now, where is it? Okay, here it is.
Bobby. Arthur, sell me real fine.
Here's the song. I'll put a little bit of it on there before, so I don't yell at by YouTube.
Anna, you coming as a mean girl to set you free, girl. You say he loves you more than me. Well, I will set you free.
Go with him. I'd play the whole entire song, but really, actually, what happened recently after the new year, YouTube was having some problem lately with the. Actually, altogether, it took me about 2 months to find the song. It actually took me about 2 months to find the song. So yeah, the song does exist. I just can't play it that much of it because of YouTube and some Article 13 stuff has been screwing with some other YouTubers lately. Most of their friends in the EU. And I have a couple of YouTubers I know in the EU are more worried about, about 2 months. I think about 2, almost 3 months to find the song, which I found it. And that was pretty hard to do. And then me and a couple buddies found a way to do some stuff to it. Like when Al does that him thing, we put some stuff together and found the song. We actually found the song on a 45. We put it on the internet. He did. He put it under his name because I didn't have a YouTube account yet. And now it's on YouTube. When you type in Al Bundy does that humming thing, he should pop right up. We found the 45, and yeah. Yeah. I think, yeah, I heard of them. All right. Not a big fan, but it's all right. But like me, I do a lot of weird stuff. Okay, people think I'm nuts because actually, yeah, people think I'm nuts. But I think I heard of them. Yeah, I'm not sure. I would have to look through some. I have a file somewhere of the music I listen to, and then I get lists of people of different bands I'd have to listen to. I think I heard of that band, but I'm not really sure. After today's video, I'll have to look to see if I ever heard it or not, because that song does sound familiar. That band does sound familiar. Yeah, there's even a song called that. It sounds familiar. I'll have to look around and find out. What's wrong, huh? What's wrong, my baby? Ooh, what's wrong, my big baby? Ooh, what's wrong, baby, huh? I knew they do that in Dubai. Yeah, I heard Dubai, one of the weirdest countries in the world, use Bugatti Veyrons as police cars. Dubai uses them. And you want to waste... I can get a car that does the same thing. Okay? It's a Bugatti Veyron. The thing is, though, Bugattis are... Yeah, they use them in Dubai, I know that. But Bugattis have 2 problems, okay? One, you can't use them... There's 2 reasons why we can't use them here in the U.S., okay? 2 good reasons why. Okay? One, there's only one place in the United States to get tires for the sucker. And you actually live there. There's actually a place in Vegas that actually... There's actually 2 shops. I found 2 shops in America that gets the tires from Bugatti. They change tires for Bugattis. There's just one place, now there's 2 places, and you live in one. There's some place in Vegas that has them. There's a place in California, and there's a place in Vegas now that I have found out that actually changes tires for Bugattis, which is surprising. Yeah, but the Bugatti Veyron only gets like 8 miles a gallon, so it's not worth being a police car. I mean, okay, I mean 8 miles a gallon, and the worst part is the top. I mean, there's two reasons. I mean, I wouldn't mind driving a Bugatti in a game, but in real life, no. I'm better driving a Kyrgyzstan or a Kurganseg. Kurganseg? I can't pronounce. I mean, there's a car called I don't know. Actually, I have no clue. All I do know is that you actually have to call. You actually have to call France to get the tires, which is weird because I don't know how to say this, but Bugatti actually went dormant. I mean, Bugatti's been around for years, but after Bugatti's son passed away, the brand went dormant until the 90s. Okay, and then the 90s, Volkswagen bought Bugatti and brought them back, but I do know the tires are not cheap. I know they're quite expensive. They're very, very expensive. That's all I can tell you. How much? I cannot tell you because I do not. I mean, actually, the funny thing is, though, I heard I'm not really sure how much the tires do cost, but I do know they're very expensive. I can tell you how much right now. They're very expensive, and you don't want. There's a shop somewhere in Vegas that actually does it, which I think is pretty neat. I mean, there's some kind of it's a shop where you live by. It has these big. You can rent sports cars from them or something. I don't know how much it costs, but I do know that you ship them to France and then they get shipped back here, which that's all I do know. And the shipping is quite more expensive. I thought shipping would be more, but actually, I mean, I ship stuff all around the world, and shipping is not that much. I mean, that's what would kill you, though, I think. Let me see here. Said Bugatti tires. How much do tires cost for a Bugatti Veyron? How much does it cost for tires for a Bugatti Veyron?
According to Motor1.com, an annual service will set you back $20,000, while a fresh set of tires will cost you anywhere from $30,000 to $42,000 and need to be replaced every 2,500 miles.
Wow. That's another $30,000 to $42,000 for tires. The problem is there's a teeny bitty problem about that. Okay? There's just one teeny bitty problem about that. Every 2,000 miles. But just say that you are an idiot and you turn the key to the red zone. You know, the special key, it makes it go to its top speed of 100 miles an hour. There's two problems with that, okay? So the tires are good for 2,000 miles and you have to change them. And they go for between $30,000 to $42,000. But there's a problem, though. If you decide to go to maximum power, you're already one, an idiot, and two, another idiot. Because one, I know. The thing is, though, the tires will go. I mean, the thing is, though, you can turn that key. You can turn the fuel tank within less than 10 seconds. The problem is, you can't do that because the tires will go out first. I mean, it's always confusing. This is weird though. The tires will go. I mean, they said they can't do it because one, the tires will go out. The tires will go out first. They said the tires will go out first, then the fuel tank will go out. Which I think it's weird. But people ask me every other day. Someone asked me, what would be a better car to have? Well, before Bugatti Veyron broke the world speed record, there was another speed record set by Kyrgyzstan. Sorry, yeah. The Kyrgyzstan Car Company back in 2005 set a world record as the fastest production car ever built. Now, there's some things here about the Kyrgyzstan that is better than a Bugatti Veyron. There's three good reasons what a Kyrgyzstan is better than a Bugatti Veyron for. I can give you three good reasons why. Okay, one. Well, actually, there's four things you need about the Kyrgyzstan there's actually a fourth thing I'll tell you later, but we'll talk about that last. Okay, now there's some things about Kyrgyzstan. Kyrgyzstans are a little bit. Actually, Kyrgyzstans are cheaper. Actually, first, Kyrgyzstan set the fastest speed world record back in 2005. Two, they have one of the coolest doors ever made. And 3, these cars, the tires will actually last longer. You can actually put your foot down. The tires will actually last longer, and the fuel will not run out as fast than a Bugatti. Okay. Now the 4th feature, which is pretty neat, they were the first company. They were the first company back in 1995 when the company first started. The first company ever to use carbon fiber. Okay, they're one of the first companies ever to make carbon fiber. I mean, if you want to spend a lot of money, buy a Koenigsegg, okay? I mean, they're a little cheaper. I don't know how much they go for, but I know they're cheaper than the Bugatti, and they make everything. Koenigsegg and Bugatti have one thing in common. They make everything they're in-house. Well, technically, that's not true, okay? Bugatti makes everything that they make in-house. Only a couple things Koenigsegg does not make, okay, at the factory, but they make everything. Koenigsegg makes everything for their factory, okay? Everything there is handmade. Almost everything there is made by the factory. Only 2 things that Koenigsegg does not make. They don't make their tires. Michelin makes their tires. And the wiper is made by Michelin as well. So the wiper and the tires are made by Michelin. Everything else that Koenigsegg does is made in-house, which is pretty neat because, I mean, like I said, Koenigsegg and Bugatti are the only 2 companies that make most stuff in-house. I don't own a Bugatti or a Koenigsegg. My first car, I had to get rid of it. My first car was a 1989 Plymouth Voyager minivan. My first car was a Plymouth Voyager minivan from '89. Had to get rid of it. It had some problems. Had a couple of problems with it, which I would still own it, but I had a few problems. 1, had electrical problems, and 2, I don't know how it happened, but the ignition, okay, we turned the car on, somehow something got jammed in there, and the car wouldn't turn off. The key wouldn't come out, couldn't turn off. I had to pop the hood, disconnect the negative cable, and I don't own it anymore, no. Actually, I don't even have a license to drive. I don't even drive at all. I never learned. I mean, I learned how to drive, but I don't like driving. Yeah, it was pretty cool though. It was a V6. It had one of those. It had a V6 engine, and this is the cool part about it. Okay, it had front seats had 3-point harnesses. The front seat had the 3-point seatbelt. Back seats all had lap belts, and that van was good. I wish I still had the van. I mean, actually, it's weird though. My great grandparents owned it. Then my grandfather owned it. Then my mom owned it. Then I owned it. I owned the van for about 2 months. Then I'm thinking, okay, this thing just having problems. I sold it for a few bucks and said I'm not driving anymore. I mean, Michigan is real. I mean, no offense, but Michigan is kind of. I mean, I take the bus. Okay, I take the county bus because Michigan had the only thing it says had a lot of miles on it. I swear I put about maybe 50. I mean, my own miles upon it, maybe 50 miles I put on it. Maybe at least 50 miles. How many miles I did it? Maybe did it 50, maybe a little over, I don't know, maybe 50, 150. I don't know. I'm guessing, I don't remember. I'm thinking maybe at least 100, maybe at least 150, maybe 200 max. I'm guessing about 200 miles max. But the thing is, though, I love driving just that, just that you can't afford it in Michigan. It's just expensive. I mean, all the states in the U.S., we have the highest insurance in the we have the highest stuff in the state that's completely crazy. So I think I did at least 200 miles in the van, at least 200. But besides, it was an ugly. It was an ugly. It was like an ugly purplish. It was an ugly like dark purple brownish red. I think more like a maroon color. I mean, I didn't like the color of it, but it was nice to have because it was comfortable and just in very good condition. Actually, this thing had something that. So yeah, it was like an ugly brown maroonish color. It was, I mean, the problem with it though was it had some problems with it, but it was pretty good though. Also, it was quite cool though. I don't have nothing now. I drive my mom's car once in a while now. That's why I drive my mom's car, which she owns a Kia, little Kia Rondo, which she drives now. I drive that now too once in a while, and that's just a nice dark red, which it's all right. I mean, I don't like driving anyways. I prefer taking the bus. Actually, I prefer taking the bus because it's cheaper and cleaner. Actually, it's cheaper. But I mean, I could take a bus or I could just walk. I mean, the city's not that big, and it was like, it's not like Detroit, or Chicago. I mean, it depends on where you're going. Like if you're just going to take the circle route around here in town, $1. Or anywhere in the county, one way, $8. I mean, you have to call them 2 days. You have to call at least 2 days in advance or earlier than that to take the bus. But anywhere in town for the Circle Line, $1. If you want to go across the county, $8 one way. Round trip, $16. Not that bad. And there is a taxi company. It does operate around here, but I don't really know about them. Okay, there is a taxi company that does work around here, but I heard they're a little pricey. Which I don't take taxis. The only time I take taxis when I go to Chicago with some relatives. But well, it counts on where you live. I mean, around here in the middle of Booneyville, bus operates 6 days. I mean, the curve to curve 5 days a week. The Circle Line 6 days a week. Sunday, no bus at all. And they also did something else too. I mean, Wednesdays they do take Wednesdays they have a special bus that's real big. They take the vets to the. I mean, on Wednesdays they take vets to the VA hospital up in BC, over in Emmett Township, but not bad. It's bad. That's not okay. The thing is, though, I mean, the bus is better. I mean, one thing though, you can use that Lyft app or that Uber app around here, but people around here don't use Uber because of what happened 3 years ago. I don't want to talk about what happened. But a friend of mine does use the Lyft app, and he says it's pretty good. Things though, I can't use Lyft because I don't have a credit card. I use cash, so I couldn't use Lyft if I wanted to. But I mean, wow. Well, like I said, I mean, okay, it's a different. Okay, it's not. It counts on how many. Well, okay, that isn't. That's not. Actually, that's cheaper than Chicago. That's a lot better deal than Chicago. I mean, the passes you show me right here, it's a lot better than Chicago. I mean, the Circle Line's $1. Okay, anywhere you take this, I mean, our Circle Line's $1. Okay, anywhere you want to go is $1 for Circle Line. I don't go to Detroit often. The only time I go to Detroit is when I'm picking up a relative from the airport. That's the only time I go to Detroit. Because it's a lot cheaper to go to the airport than anywhere else. But I actually had a relative that lived in Detroit. Okay. She's a little bit of a nut. God told me to build a church. Okay, where? Detroit. And we're thinking, okay, one, you're nuts, and two, you're crazy. But she actually built a church in Detroit. She came back a couple years later, and that's it. But certain parts of Detroit's all right. It's just that Detroit's actually more dangerous than Chicago right now, actually. Since Detroit filed for bankruptcy. Actually, it's weird. In the 1987 movie RoboCop, they said Detroit would be bankrupt in the future. And in RoboCop, the year was supposed to be based in the year 2010. Well, they got it right. Detroit went bankrupt. Yeah, it is. It counts for your part of Detroit to go to, though. I mean, certain parts of Detroit's fine, but some parts you don't want to live in. Like, you live in there's certain parts of Detroit that's actually safe to live in, but trust me, because where you live, okay? Because I heard parts of Detroit is not safe to be even at. And there's some parts of Detroit that actually there's some areas that is actually a family area that it's safe to live in, but yeah, it counts to where part of Detroit you can go to. I mean, where I live, I actually live in a dangerous part. I actually live in a bad part of town too. Actually, that's where I do. I do. Actually, where I live is kind of it counts to which part of counts which side of the road you are on. Like there's this one road we have here called B Way Road. If you live on my side of B Way Road, you're safe. If you live on the other side of B Way Road, you might get shot. Yeah, which is kind of confusing. But I kind of live in a safe area, kind of. I mean, where I live is kind of safe, quiet. Not many people get disturbed around here, and I don't actually live in the ghetto, but yeah, I live somewhere like a ghetto. But where I live is pretty bad. Not that bad, but pretty. Where I live is pretty safe. The only thing we have around here lately, lately has been fires, and that's about it. Nothing really bad happened around here actually, because if they did, we knew about it. Because, pretty much whatever happens around here, it's supposed to stay hush hush, stays hush hush. Police, besides the police in this town, are not that good. If you want to get something, call the city police post or call the sheriff's department. Sheriff department's 5 miles away. The police don't do much around here because we're out of the city. Secondly, I live out of the city. I actually live in the township, so they don't patrol this area. The county does. Oh, the county patrols this area a lot. Yeah, the county loves patrolling over here. But yeah. Wow, it's already 10:30 already. Wow, it's already 10:30 Eastern time. But yeah. But it's good living here in Michigan. It's fine to live here. The thing is here, we have some stuff here that you can't. We have one of the rarest restaurants. We have a restaurant. It's so rare that doesn't exist here anymore. But we do have. We do have we do have we do have everything else out under here. We do have Kroger. We have Kroger. We got Walmart. We got Meijer. We got Hardings. If you can't find it here, then sorry, but yeah. Trust me, we have new stuff going on lately. And the best part is you don't have to. The thing is, though, we stay safe and calm here in Michigan. But it's getting late, and I'm gonna shut down for the night. So thank you for watching, and good night.